How you doing? This is Mitch from Native Survival. It's been raining for a couple days, so I figured I would try a little test, the one log fire. Stay tuned. Okay, so the test is to see if you can just take a log and make a fire with a ferro rod. So usually you use your knife, process it down into various stages of fuel, and see if you can build a fire with nothing but that log, no other tinder, nothing else, just a ferro rod, a knife, and a log. Let's get to it. Okay, so I just have a pine log, nothing special. Like I said, everything's wet, everything's damp. It's been rained on for a couple days, including today. It just stopped raining a few minutes ago. That's a cool one. That's a new one for me. Never done a double feather simultaneously. Look at that. There's a smaller feather within a larger feather. That's crazy. The Native Survival Jackalore strikes again. Sings an angel. So I've just been plugging along, making curls. Making some thicker, so they'll have more burn time than others, like that one. Some I can do very gentle. Put some of the gentle ones aside. Strike with my ferro rod. Some good curls. So I absolutely have enough curls here for a fire. My log is hardly even touched. Hardly even touched. I'm not even halfway through this section of it. And what I have for curls is definitely a large amount, as you can see. It's about the size of a basketball. That'll be good enough. I'm gonna make a couple that are super light, that will ignite very easily. That's a very good one. Right there. I'm just going to the little ridges. It's another really good one. And very, very lightly. Making feathers. Here's a couple more I just made. Absolutely nothing to these. Alright, so before I ignite the little stuff, I'm going to just take a couple long pieces off this log by batoning it. Not a big fan of batoning, but it does get the job done. That's basically what I'm looking for. I'm going to make a couple of those, probably about 5 or 6, and I'll be ready to ignite my fire. We should be good to go in a minute. Okay, so here's my base for my fire, a little raft of sticks. It's just chunks from the pine log as I was making feathers and batoning that came off. Okay, here's my mass of feathers. You can see it's quite large, probably bigger than a basketball at this point. Over here I have some smaller feathers I'm going to try to ignite my fire with. And over here I just have some pine kindling that equate to thumb-sized sticks. So I have my tinder bundle, I have my initial tinder, and I have my sticks. On top of that, I still have this huge log. I've only taken not even a quarter of it probably. Alright, so here's some of the real delicate feathers. I'm going to place them in the shape of a flower of petals. So I'm going to have one going up, then I'll take another one. I'll have one to the right of it. Actually, this will work better as a left, I think. Just like that. Then I'm going to put another one to the other side. Just like this. See that? So there's one going straight, and the other two are on the other angles. I'm going to put my ferro rod right here and strike straight down. So if I get my majority of my sparks straight ahead, it's going to hit this curl, ignite, or off to the side, it will ignite those as well. I have these that will be nearby. Let's get to it. A lot of moisture in the air. My feathers are starting to absorb that. I can already feel them. They're getting a little cooler to the touch. That's not good. Okay. Oops. Sometimes they move around on you a little bit, so you have to work with it. It's a little fidgety at times. That's okay. There we go. Oh, one out. Try again. Didn't make it. The pine smells good. It starts to burn. Okay, that's 2 starts that I couldn't grow. So it went out really quick. Well, time to hit it again. Alright, starting to grow this time. Put my equipment away. Put all my curls on there. Put my kindling on there. And I could put this log on there, I suppose, but I don't really want to burn it, seeing as I'm going to be leaving in a couple minutes when I'm done. So, the one log fire with feather sticks. I used pine. Just making sure that the kindling is well off into burning instead of just the feathers. Which it is, as you can see. Those sticks are clearly sustaining themselves. So yeah, I don't want to burn this log if I don't have to, because I'm going to be leaving in a couple minutes anyways, but obviously I could throw the log on here if I wanted to. Alright, so I just did that with no edits, just so you guys know. There's no funny business or anything. I just moved the camera with its stool burning. So, this has been Mitch and Native Survival. Thank you so much for watching this video on how to take a single log. This one was made out of pine. Make a fire out of it, just a ferro rod. The key to this is making a ton of feathers, in my opinion, if you have a knife, which allows you to take a very small flame, an inch or less, and drastically change and cumulatively alter it and increase it. So you go from 1 inch to 2 feet, like that. Throw 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, whatever you want, pieces of kindling chunks from here. You can split them down to pencil size. I use thumb size. I wasn't even worried about it, it's pine. And once those are burning and you're all set, you can just go from there. You can keep adding more if you want. You can go to a log. Just depends. You have to build it properly so it can go to the next stage. because the feathers act as the tinder bundle. They act as the initial burst that takes a small ignition and turns it into something fierce. Now you have to harness that before it goes away quick, and then you have to turn that into kindling, which is what's going on here. All those feathers are gone, that's just some kindling burning away, and then obviously you move up to logs, and that takes much longer to burn. This kindling will burn for probably 20 minutes before it's gone. A log obviously is going to burn for an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, depending on the fire that it's working with. If I throw a log like this size into a raging inferno, it's going to go up like a matchstick and be gone in 12 seconds. But if you do it on a smaller fire, logs like this can last longer, half hour, 45 minutes, maybe even an hour. So I do appreciate your time, appreciate your views. Thank you so much. Take care, have a good day.